The Transfers Podcast, powered by footballtransfers.com and hosted by Duncan Castles, brings you the latest news and insight from the world of football. Here is a detailed look at the key headlines discussed from this week's episode with renowned French football journalist Philippe Auclair. The Xavi Simons saga. The Transfers Podcast understands that Netherlands international Xavi Simons is the subject of a transfer pursuit from Bayern Munich. PSG ideally would like to keep the player, Castles said. They'd like to reintegrate him into their squad. He's in many ways the perfect fit for what they've done over the last year, which is get rid of all the highly paid, expensive stars, and move towards a model of signing the best young players in the world and building a squad that can win the Champions League off the back of it. However, Simons holds the cards in any forthcoming deal, with the player having the option to extend his stay at Leipzig for another year due to the unusual clause in his deal. Auclair added, he was the player that Thierry Henry almost anointed as his successor. If they're losing that player, who could be really one of the key foundation stones of the new PSG, that's not good. PSG are undergoing a major overhaul under Luis Enrique, but the club faces commercial challenges, including the necessity to realign their brand after the loss of Kylian Mbappé to Real Madrid. Manuel Ugarte to Man Utd. In addition, Enrique is willing to sell midfielder Manuel Ugarte this summer, with Manchester United keen on a move, the Transfers Podcast can report. For their part, PSG want to earn their money back on Ugarte and have established a €60 million asking price for the ball winner. Ugarte's transfer to Old Trafford has been the subject of club-to-club discussions between PSG and United, with the French club understood to have insisted on an all-cash deal. Man Utd's revolution. Despite their pursuit of Ugarte, Auclair remains skeptical about the so-called revolution under Jim Ratcliffe and Ineos. Ten Hag, who is on the brink of being replaced, has now seemingly been given significant control over transfers and squad decisions, with the imminent arrivals of Dutch duo Matthijs de Ligt and Joshua Zirkzee. Auclair believes this doesn't appear to align with Ratcliffe's public statements advocating for top-tier management. FIFA under Gianni Infantino. Arguably the most significant part of the podcast focused on FIFA's governance under Gianni Infantino. Auclair compares Infantino's control over FIFA to an autocratic regime, where all decisions are centralized, and critical bodies like the FIFA Council serve as mere rubber stamps to his directives. Infantino has managed to secure hosting rights for major tournaments without formal votes, including the upcoming 2030 World Cup, which will be played across 3 continents, and the 2034 World Cup, practically guaranteeing Saudi Arabia's sole candidacy. Auclair describes this situation as a farce, highlighting FIFA's descent into autocracy, with Infantino's inner circle wielding unprecedented power. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Please subscribe for the latest Man United news updates.